Washington was the father of his country.
There's many other fathers we could name. There's Father Knickerbocker, who got us out of Huck. They ought to put it in the Hall of Fame. But say a few kind words for Whistler's father. Well, Fancy was the father of baseball.
When I see my kids in line, I realize the world is mine. For I'm the greatest father of them all.
Once upon a time, not too long ago, in a gentler and more graceful age, there was an institution called vaudeville. It was a leading form of entertainment, back in those days before the screen had learned to talk. And talk and talk and talk and talk. Before television had opened its monster eye in our living rooms and sold us so much soap that, as I've said before, we're 10 years ahead of the Russians in our bathroom. In the glorious days when the big event of every week was when the Bijou changed its bill, and you got to see in the flesh the four Cohans, Weber and Fields, Nazimova, Sarah Bernhardt, and if you weren't careful, the act that was so terrible it was wonderful. Eddie Foy and the Seven Little Foys.
Ah, but when I see my kids in line, I realize the world is mine. For I'm the greatest father.
If he's the greatest father, he's the greatest father.
With them, it was not only custom, but necessity that at the end of every engagement, they left town. You had to admire Eddie Foy, if not for his talent, for his courage. When his wife died, he was left with 7 children, through no fault of his own. Well, he helped a little. And he took them all with him into vaudeville. The fact that the kids survived and vaudeville didn't is no reflection on him. There was an act called Robert Hope, snappy songs and witty sayings that came along shortly after and emptied the Keith Orpheum circuit so fast they're still trying to put the doors back on. No easy job for Eddie to hold his family together on the road, especially since their Aunt Clara insisted on traveling with them. Years ago, she left Italy to accompany her sister to America at great personal sacrifice, and she's been a Neapolitan thorn in Eddie's side ever since.
You've been trying to break up this act since you was born. You even let the air out of the tires on our honeymoon.
Next week, school begins in New Rochelle.
Bully for New Rochelle.
There you got a big house, trees, grass, sunshine.
Mortgage.
A home. Children should grow up with other children, not with a trained chimpanzee.
Does that mean you're leaving us?
With you, everything is a joke. My sister in heaven. If she looked down now, you think she would like? Her poor children have to work to support a lazy father and no good.
Listen, I'm doing the best that I know how. The kids love it. They study, they see the country.
They see the inside of a train. My sister in heaven.
Listen, I love your sister before she went to heaven. I love her now.
Magari.
Oh, but the kids are young. They forget they got their own lives to live. Home and mother don't mean much anymore.
And home and father?
This is home for father.
Hurry!
What's going on?
Birthday party!
Birthday? Whose birthday?
You're so stupid. Mother's. It would have been today.
She loved having birthday parties so much that we didn't think we should stop having hers.
You weren't supposed to come in. It's a pretty corny idea.
We knew you'd hate it.
Yeah.
We're giving her presents.
For instance?
I'm not going to swallow any more bubble gum for a while. Brian's going to stop looking at girls' pictures in Captain Billy's whiz-bang.
It'll be a struggle.
Well, I guess we better blow out the candles. We'll eat it after the act.
Okay, who gets to blow them out?
Well, the youngest, of course, Irving.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I'm the youngest in this family.
Where were you last night, Pop?
Never mind. Everybody on stage, there's our cue. Come on, let's get going. Come on, Ronnie, come on. Come on, keep moving, kids. Get going. There we go.
Pop, what are you going to give Mom for a birthday present?
I'll think of something. Let's go now. Come on.
We're living the life we love.
and taken out of rehearsals and opening night, and seeing our names in lights. That dressing room and newer kids, wasn't it nice?
Yes, we remember, Daddy, it was just paradise.
Just you and I and a couple of trunks and 6 or 7 mice.
Forever the life with us.
Living the life
We choose. Our fathers and sons and blue.
Sunday's the day for resting, you know.
A Sunday in the theater means you do an extra show. Got coffee and cream, we smell. Chop suey and cheese hotel.
The night we did the Roman act, you carried a spear.
Yes, we remember, Daddy, when you got too near.
I wound up in the balcony above the second tier.
Forever the life with us.
They're getting worse.
I'm training them in stamina.
Why don't you let them go home to school like I asked?
Who's father around here anyway?
Nobody.
We slept in our berth with 4 midgets from Fort Worth.
The night we did the juggling act, they rose to their feet.
Yes, we remember, Daddy, we couldn't be beat.
The audience threw vegetables. At least we could eat. Ladies and gentlemen, I have an announcement to make. You have just witnessed the final performance of Eddie Foy and the 7 Little Foys. The kids are quitting show business. I know you're going to miss us. Quiet, everybody! I thought you'd be happy. You're not doing this for me. I guess if we stopped clowning around and thought about it, this is what your mother wanted all along.
Oh, Pop. Gee. Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure. We're breaking up the act. You've done enough damage to vaudeville.
Well, gee, I don't think Mother would have done this.
We like show business.
You on the juice again, Pop?
I don't like that kind of talk. That's why I want to get you all off the road.
What's so special off the road?
Our house in New Rochelle. You're all going back and settle down and be children.
I don't play character parts.
You'll play this one. If you have to spend the first act across my knee.
You're a daddy?
I'm not one yet, but I'm in rehearsal. It's just what your mother would have wanted. And Monday, you're all taken off for school.
I don't want to go. Oh, please. Is he allowed to do this to us?
And every morning, you're going to eat oatmeal for breakfast.
Morning? We never wake up till noon.
You're going to get up in the morning like everybody else. School, oatmeal, soft-boiled eggs. We're going to be a family, not the junior mafia.
He's right, your father. It is not for children to be on a stage like trained animals.
The only thing that worries me is you're on my side. But I'm willing to make the sacrifice.
Congratulations.
Now, you're taking off the makeup and the clown clothes for the last time. You're going home, you're going to school, and every Sunday we're going to go to church. Just one big happy family.
I'd give it a week.
Boys, next showbiz. Set long run to New Rochelle. They can't do this to me. I'm their agent.
You've been my agent too, Barney. I've been doing it to you for years.
Sure. Go ahead, laugh. You got no worries. George M. Cohan at the George M. Cohan's Theater. In George M. Cohan's Little Johnny Jones. Book, music, and lyrics by George M. Cohan.
Has a certain little lilt to it, hasn't it, Barney?
No, what do I know about lilts? All I know is I gotta make a living. When that quits on me, it's like a lost brother-in-law who was putting money into the business. Why would Eddie do such a thing?
Why? Because Mr. Foy happens to be the accidental father of 7 children.
6 children could be accidental. 7, it's a habit.
Well, at any rate, Barney has to work a lot harder than the rest of us, now that his wife is gone. And he wants so desperately for his children to grow up to be normal human beings.
You mean ticket buyers?
Why, somebody has to be the audience. The world can't be all full of Cohans.
Why not? It's half full of Foys already.
Hey, Barney, you know what I think?
What?
Thank you. Well, I think that by taking these children out of vaudeville, Foy is making the biggest mistake he's ever made in his life. Sure, he hollers at them, but they love him for it anyway. Inside, way down deep inside his heart, he's a sentimental slob. Sure, he goes on the road without these kids, and they'll be broken-hearted. But they'll never let him know about it.
Yeah, they'll be broken-hearted. You'll be broken-hearted. I'll be broken-hearted. And my landlady will be broken-hearted. So what are we going to do?
I don't know. I don't know, Barney. But I owe Foy something. Everybody in vaudeville does. But you can't get him to do anything. You can't ask him to do anything. He's too hard-headed. No, in the meantime, just ignore the whole thing. Book the act as though nothing had happened, you know?
Fine. They don't show up, and I'll be run out of the business.
Hey, Barney?
Yeah?
Do you know who this letter is to?
Surprise me.
President of the United States.
You surprised me.
Yes, I've been invited to Washington, and I've accepted. It's quite an honor. And I have a feeling that he could help us with Mr. Foy.
Sure, he's got nothing else to do. Let him run over to New Rochelle and slap a subpoena on Eddie.
No, I'm going to talk to the president. He's a very understanding man. You know, I have a feeling that Foy is ashamed of show business.
You've seen the act. It's about even.
Barney, it's a wonderful act. Foy's great in it. And those children, they're marvelous. It's the kind of an act that makes you feel warm with laughter inside.
All right, you don't have to sell me. But how do I get the act back on the road? I would like to have a little warm laughter, too.
You just leave everything to George M. Cohan and the President of the United States.
Even with the president, you still get top billing.
Madeleine, you should wash upstairs in the bathroom.
Eddie and Irving are washing up there. We never all got up at the same time before. Ronnie and Charlie and me had to get in the bathtub together, standing up. We're clean from the knees down.
Believe me, it's an improvement. Now sit down. Everybody's late.
Hey! 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 What's going on here in the middle of the night?
6 o'clock in the morning is late already.
Is it 6 o'clock in the morning, too?
This was your idea. We have to go to school.
This hour? What are they teaching? Cat burglary?
Now sit down. I give you a bowl of oatmeal.
Don't say that word so early in the morning.
We're all ready for school, and we're not hungry. Where's my books?
Irving, go back to bed. You're too young to go to school.
I can eat oatmeal.
You eat mine and I'll go to bed.
They got a kindergarten at that school. Irving will go. They got a sandbox.
Great. What am I raising, kids or kittens?
You are raising a family. Finally, the way a family should be raised. And you will sit there and drink the orange juice and eat the oatmeal to show them how good it is for them.
Orange juice?
Hold your nose. Pretend it's a whiskey sour.